Hi angels, welcome back to another candle making video. So in this video we're going to be making another candle, of course. So I got this mold from Etsy's. I'll leave the link down in the description box down below. It's just a cute little bunny. When outside I was like, oh my god, I have to order it. This was the main reason why I've been getting so much molds to make candles, because I saw this. But yeah, the mold and obviously the needle is from Amazon. The wick thread I got from Amazon as well. I'll leave those in the description box down below, the link for it. And the candle that I'm going to be using, one of the candles, I think for this one, the candle is from where? Amazon? I don't know. But with my wick in my candle, I'm just going to punch a little hole into the mold. And voila. That top part right there is where I'm gonna be lighting it so that it can burn. So I'm just trying to see if it's too much, if it's too little, if it's a good amount, because at the end of the day I'm gonna still cut it, but I just want to make sure that it's a good amount. And this is the bottom part of the candle, which is not very important, but I just want to make sure that it can burn all the way through. So yeah, just pushing it through this thing that I drilled, and perfect. It looks good so far. And I decided to mix up the candle with some yellow. That's how the yellow coloring look. And that's all you're gonna need. So this is my candle that is being melted down in this pot. It's just gonna take a few minutes, so you can see all of the bubbles. I tried to flip it over, but it wasn't flipping because it was still too big, but it's okay. And there's a little bit more update. The candle is still melting. You can see that there's a ton of bubbles in there, but all of that bubble is going to disappear. And the wick inside, after the candle is fully melted, I'm just going to use that thing that I'm poking around with to just remove it, because obviously you're not going to want it when you start pouring everything down into the mold. And voila. Oh, I always dropped it when I try to take it out. Maybe the third time is the try. Is it going to work? Yep, it did. So now I'm going to start adding on in there my yellow. You can see how yellow it is. But once I started to mix it up, you guys are going to see what color it turned. I don't know what happened. I should have just kept it the original color that it was, but I just wanted to spice it up. That's all. And it just turned green. I don't know how that happened. Honestly, I don't. I decided to add some more in there. Don't know why. I thought that maybe if I add more in there, it's gonna turn yellow like I wanted, but nope, it did not. So there's a hair that fell in there, so I was able to get it out, I mean. And yeah. Just mixing it up, making sure that everything at the bottom is cleared out. There's no candle dye at the bottom of it, because obviously I'm going to be using this pot for other candles. Just mixing. I don't know why I'm trying to pop the bubbles. If I just give it a few minutes and all the bubbles are going to disappear, but I'm so impatient. So now it's time now to start pouring it down into the mold. Here, it kind of looked yellow to me. Maybe it's just me. So I'm just waiting for the bubbles to pop like how I usually do. And that's when I realized something is wrong, which I'm gonna show you guys in a sec, if I ever decide to move the camera. Oh, the bubbles are just disappearing. And that's when I see candle leaking. I thought that it was from the pot before, but after just looking at it and realizing where it's stopping and where it's going, I realized that the mold was leaking. I was trying to figure out like where the leaking was coming from, because there shouldn't be any holes or anything in there, but it was just leaking. I thought that in like a few minutes it was gonna stop and then I could just continue pouring, but that was not the case. Everything was just leaking out and I didn't know what to do, so I ended up pouring it back into the pot that I was mixing up the candle in. Right here, I was still in denial, and then I saw it running over at the side right there, going near the wick thread, and that's when I realized, okay, it's really leaking out. I need to pour it into something else before everything leak out. You can see that the candle is going down, so it's definitely leaking out very fast. So yep. Before I thought that it was where I put the needle through, but that wouldn't make any sense because I've been doing this for a while. Everything is leaking out, and this is not a secure paper, so I had to dump it. I don't know where on the mold is leaking. Maybe some of these holes. Because where it's coming from, I don't know. And I think there's some holes on the, I guess the mouth of it, I don't know. But this mold, it's not working out. Let's see if I'm not crazy. I'm filling this up with some water, not too much water, to see where it's leaking from. Maybe I did something, maybe not. And everything is leaking out from underneath here. So I guess one of these little spots has a hole or underneath the ears. Don't quite know where it's from, but yeah, the mold is damaged. I'm gonna see if I can fix it up with some hot glue gun or whatever it is, so that it can stop leaking. Because right now, you can see everything just coming out from underneath here. So I guess that's why everything leaked out last night. Thank God I poured the candles in something else, so at least it wasn't wasted. Okay, I found a spot on the mold that is here. And it's right here. It's this big tear right here. That's why everything is leaking out. It's completely ripped. Don't know how that happened, but yeah. Can't really pour nothing in there because it's just gonna keep on leaking out. I thought I could just use the hot glue gun to see. Let me test it out. Okay, so this bunny mold, obviously it leaked out last night. I was trying to figure out why. So I wait till the morning. I don't know if you guys can see, but right here is where I placed the needle through and the wick. So that was where I wanted to light it and everything. So I sent a picture to the seller of where it's leaking out through. It's right here, if you can see it. Obviously, the wick and the needle did not cause this. The mold is ripped. So the seller said that it's been too long since I placed the order. Oh, it's actually in 2 spots. So the seller said that it's been way too long since I placed the order, so they can't issue me a refund or anything. And that I need to be more careful when I'm taking it out of the mold, because the mold is very easy to rip and all of that good stuff. Obviously, I didn't take anything out of the mold. All I did was just poured it down, and then that's when I realized that everything was leaking out and that the mold was a problem. But it doesn't matter. I'm not getting my money back, and the seller does not care. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna fix this, because there's nothing I can do with the mold. I can't resell it or anything like that because nobody's gonna buy it. It's leaking out through the airs. So I don't know. If I find a way to fix this, I'll let you guys know. If not, then I'm just gonna be stuck here with a mold that is broken that I've never used. So yeah, that's the update. It would have been so cute. Guess you can't have everything in this world.